just going to chat, and coffee is
Well, I have my
optional.
coffee.
Yes, you have your
I
coffee.
definitely have my
I
coffee.
have-
And there's Shelly. So we have just been down at the Mustard Seed,
Yes.
laughing with Shelly is what
Yes.
we've been doing.
Yes.
Yeah. It seems like all kinds of just silly comes out down there. I
It
don't know. It must
does,
be the
yeah.
coffee.
So Shelley was schooling us in how to do
Reels.
reels.
You know that we've tried. We've just put ourselves out there on YouTube.
Put ourselves out there.
YouTube,
Oh,
Instagram.
are we out there?
We've tried some things on TikTok. Of course, Facebook. We've been on since almost the beginning of Facebook. And just all the
beginning,
things.
like at the. Do we have an origin
cusp.
story?
Well, I remember I went up to see Jenny in school, and she and her friends were just hearing about Facebook at that point. And so they set me up an account.
Man, you're old.
I know. So Shelly was showing us some reels that she did with her husband Chris. So if you go
Hilarious.
to Shelly Ashcraft Bartell,
Mm-hmm.
somewhere in the cyberspace, you'll be able to find, and they were pretty funny.
They were very funny.
They were really good. So, go check that out. But we're gonna try to do.
We're
a reel
gonna try.
today.
I mean, we got nothing else to do.
Oh my goodness, no breaks for us today. No breaks. We're just gonna make
Are you
reels during our.
Because we got some snacks given to us.
I know we did. So take a look at this. This was delivered by Carla, the owner at the Mustard Seed,
Oh.
and look how pretty that is.
Mm.
And this is from Carla's mom and dad, none other than Alden and Joan Dick. So, big shout out to them. Alden was here Saturday and had a bit of a funny. He didn't know it, but it was.
Okay.
But anyways, they are marvelous people and great community members, and they're always uplifting other people.
Right.
I would say they're very, very good at their job. So.
Yeah.
But let's see. But Shelly has to come back to breakfast tomorrow because
Yes.
we did not. We
didn't
had
finish.
to leave in mid story, and hate it when that happens.
Me too.
But by tomorrow we won't remember what the story was that we needed to finish. So
Yeah.
do you remember now?
Not for sure.
I don't either.
Oh my, we're
Oh my
horrible.
goodness,
Okay,
we're all
okay.
5 minutes away from her.
Hello, Patty Unruh, and we've got Shelly and Jerry and Lisa Colwell and Carol
I shipped a
Barbo,
box to Lisa Caldwell yesterday.
Cheryl Saunders, and Patty Unruh is here. Vicki Franklin, Shelly Anderson.
Hello.
Lisa Mondito.
And Lisa's
Good
ordered
morning.
something for her sis. It went out,
Ooh.
it went out this morning already.
Karen
so.
McQuillum and Cindy Woods, Joni Weeks, and Adrian's Boutique. Sorry.
I don't know how to get rid of that, and I
Well,
need
maybe
to.
you shouldn't. Or maybe you should. I don't like the question mark there.
I don't either, because we know who we are. But it always puts a question mark for our picture.
We've got. Go ahead.
Lois and Marlene and Chris Anderson. Debbie Watts is here. Debbie, did y'all get snow yesterday?
Ooh.
I know it's part of Colorado, and
Yeah.
Gina was under a blizzard warning.
Ooh, fun.
So we'll have to we'll
I
check
say
in
that.
with Vernita if she comes on today. Roxanne loves your shirt. That was such a cute shirt. That's a few years back.
Oh yeah, it's
But,
starting to show its wear, but
It was a
I don't
good
care.
one. That was from Simply Faithful, which was
Right.
Simply
I really
Southern's.
liked. I wish we would have gotten more of their shirts, but to each their own.
Yeah.
This was my some of my favorite.
Yeah, it
types,
was a good one. We all had those and wore them when we were still open.
Did we?
Mm-hmm. Yep,
Okay.
I think the
I
last
thought I had.
might have been that last Christmas.
Yeah.
There is Melanie. Good to see you. And Velma Gertzen is here. Cindy Nagel is here this morning. I love that. I just love that we know a lot of these people in real life person as well as just online. Britt is here and love having you on. Chi Chi is here. Good morning. And she's got Umbrella.
Yeah. It looks like umbrella and rain, which we
Yeah,
all needed.
that would be
so.
great. Janet is here, and Kath, Kelly, both. Glad you still have your job. I don't know which one of us you're talking about, but
Me.
but
I
we
mean,
did find the timestamp for
For the
incident,
unfortunate
for the incident last
the
Friday.
unfortunate chin hair debacle. I
Oh,
still
my
feel
goodness.
guilty that I did it on live.
Oh
so.
my goodness! No, it's fine.
I'm so glad that I have a boss that's able to laugh at herself.
There's Jean, and I got to see Jean last week. Helped her load. I told her she looked like Mrs. Claus because she has a red car, and we loaded all kinds of Christmas gifts in there for her.
Fun.
So sweet lady. There is Miss Patty Unruh again saying, "I am not an Instagram, YouTube, or any other social media. Facebook is enough for me."
Well, that's what she was using.
Yeah.
She was using Facebook. My daughter
reels.
makes them on Instagram some, but I'll be honest.
They cross over. So.
Yeah, they do. Well, if you know which button to push.
This is true. I could not. At one point, they were threatening to do a reel of me trying to find how to do reels on my phone because I couldn't even find a reel.
No.
Joan sends us a sweetheart. That's very nice.
Thank you, Joan.
There's Cheryl Sanders and Susie Castor. Miss Joni is on this morning. Joni Bengston. Carol Thomas is here, and Cindy Parcell. Let's see. Melanie said, "I have Facebook and Instagram. That's enough for me to keep up with." And it would be so easy if the world would just all do one, but they don't.
Well,
so.
but sort of what the real Okay, let me just back up. When you learn from Anne how to make you call them commercials, that is basically like a reel. It is very similar.
In a way.
In a way.
Mm-hmm. It's a post.
It's
a video post.
Well, but reels are posts.
Yes. We'll see. The good thing is, like, for the things that we post on YouTube, we don't have to make new content. We can just download whatever we do here because it is, life-changing material that we can just easily move that to YouTube. So we're learning. We just continue to learn, and
the royal we, Vicki.
Yes.
Vicki is learning. I just like to hang around and make snide comments.
Well, sometimes you're Ed McMahon and sometimes I am.
That's true.
Sometimes you're Johnny and I'm Ed McMahon, and sometimes it's the other way around.
Yeah, absolutely.
Vernita, we would love to know a snow report from up there. And just seeing, because we noticed you all were under a blizzard warning. There's Miss Mary Mosier. Good to have you today. And Cheryl says, "Looks yummy." Yes, because I already dug in and ate one. I kind of moved the rest of them around so it all looked pretty again. But thank you again, Alden and Joan. That's so sweet.
Very sweet.
There is Miss Lisa.
Vernita says,
where did snowy
morning.
It looks like snow. Oh, that's a
cloudy. Snowy.
I can't tell if it's a snowman.
Well, it's in black and white.
It's in black and white, but I thought it was a snowman, but I think it means like. Doesn't it look like a snowman face? Oh my goodness.
It sure does. Yep. Looks a lot like a snowman face.
There is Charlie. Good to have you on, Charlie. Jerry Castor is here. And let's see, Lisa said last night at 9:45 it was raining and hailing in Hayes. I don't think it had ever hailed in December. It was weird. I told Denise this morning, I saw the lightning and heard the thunder, got up and went and just stood by the front door and just watched it. I mean, I'm not talking a rain, but it was enough coming down that it made it drip off of the roof.
Right.
And it's just, I love that sound, and we just, boy, we need more of that.
I slept right through it, but in my defense, I had both my boosters updated yesterday. So I had my COVID, and then I had my flu, which I hadn't had yet. And so I was like, I have got to get this. And Aaron wanted to go in. So because my glucometer's in this arm. I had it in this arm, and she did an excellent job. It really doesn't hurt. Of course, wait a couple hours, it'll be awful. Okay.
Shelley said it definitely was a funny, fit perfectly what was going on. I think she's talking about Friday.
The hair.
Yes, the infamous. Did we save it? Because I thought it was here for a while.
It was there for a while. Because we had to put it on a piece of paper to show how long it was.
Good morning to Susan. Glad you're here. Patty Unruh, when are you having your Adrian's Christmas party for the staff? Make it fun. We're not. Here's a little secret. I don't know if it... I guess I should poll the staff again. But I think that we enjoy not having a Christmas party.
Kind of.
Because it's one more thing that we all have to go to, they have to go to, and let's face it, the guys don't really want to come and be with us.
They don't.
And so...
Well, BJ might.
He might. He would. And yeah, it's not that it's bad, but we are all pretty busy.
Well, yeah, with family and travels and church and... just lots going on.
We have done things, but they're usually in like January or February, because December is a tough. There's a lot going on, and I think by the time we get home, we're exhausted, and the last thing we want to do is go to another party where we see the people we see all day long.
Right.
Yeah. So that's just the plain. That's the fact. And we have had Christmas parties in the past, but when you're in retail, not a great time to have a party.
No,
I don't.
We need to have one in the summertime, like have a barbecue or something to just get together.
Maybe we'll go to Harvey County Park.
Yeah,
have some burgers.
We could do that.
But I will tell you, it would be fun because we have some funny people here. Let's see. Lana said it's a better morning today. Picked up some kind of stomach bug. Yeah, Lana, we've heard a lot of that.
Yeah.
A lot of that going around. But glad you're feeling a little better this morning.
Absolutely.
There is Lisa. We had heavy rain last night. Loving it. Yes.
And Cindy Winter says, good morning to the Sunshine Girls.
Well, at least we're not the Sunshine Home Girls. Not yet, but hang around.
Just give us a little
we're like
time.
on the doorstep of needing to move in there.
Oh, man, that's so true.
Cindy said, thundered and lightninged in the middle of the night. Big boomers. Yes, enough to wake me up.
Melanie can't figure out how to put a picture on her profile. No matter what I do, it still won't show up. That's so weird.
It's so frustrating, Melanie.
It is.
And ours shows up as a question mark, and we know who we are. We try.
Well, we sort of know who we are.
Vernita says, we have about 3 to 4 inches so far. Well, that's awesome. Lisa took a picture of the hail. Crazy weather. Let's see. Jerry, cute shirt. Belinda, good morning. Good morning. Vernita says, supposed to continue to snow, another 4 to 8 inches expected. Yeah, we're glad you're getting some snow. The country needs it from wherever it's going to come from. Peggy says, good morning. We actually had rain last night. Hope everyone got some moisture, and we got a little bit, enough that the street was still shiny this morning.
Yeah.
But not a big rain. But enough that there are a bunch of leaves down on the street. So that there must have been some wind with it.
Well, yeah, there was some wind already last night. So, sorry, my pump.
Oh, go fix your pump.
No, it's not broken. It's just...
So Jerry says, sunny here this morning. That's very good. Susan said, we had lightning and thunder and heavy rain last night, but sunny this morning. Love that. Vicky says, no snow or rain, lightning and wind, though. Chi-Chi says, raining since last evening. And there is Miss Peggy Savage. Glad to have you jumping on here today, Peggy. Let's see. I'll take the sun today. Lisa said we're expecting thunderstorms starting Friday. That's awesome.
And Marianne is making fudge. I made fudge yesterday.
Oh, you
Can
did?
I just say, I have done this before in the past, but the recipe I use calls for evaporated milk
Right.
and then like 4.5 cups of sugar. And then you're supposed to bring that to a rolling boil and boil it, for like 6 minutes. You're supposed to set the timer. Well, what does milk do when you start boiling it?
It
like
curdles.
Well, it doesn't curdle. It just starts to foam. And where does foam go in a small
all over
pot?
your stove.
Everywhere.
Oh.
And I have a flat surface,
Oh.
old style Corningware. I mean, one of the first ones
Ooh.
that came out. It's white.
Oh.
I had to stop the boiling process and move that over, and then I literally took a razor blade. I mean, I let it cool down, put a washcloth with water on it first, because it was sugary. It was already syrupy, and it was burning. I had my fan on, and I was scraping.
You should have made a reel of that.
I should have made a reel of that.
Yes.
But I was so ticked off at myself. I watched it happen. I thought, if I put my wooden spoon over the thing,
yeah, that's not really true.
It's not.
Do you,
I'm
do
here
you
to
buy
tell
that
you.
Wiedemann's
Wiedemann?
stovetop cleaner and scraper set?
No, I haven't.
I have that, and
Okay.
that has come in very handy in an emergency.
I just use a razor blade, and this is so old, and I cannot scratch as long as it's flat.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like I can get it. I mean, I have the stuff that you're supposed to put on there, but sometimes it's just elbow grease because it's so burnt on
Let's
a white.
see.
Well, it's not very white anymore.
Let's see. Sandra Sauer says, I think I'm hooked on TikTok. Easy to do.
Vicky
Lots
is,
of different rabbit holes. What I do like about TikTok, it seems like I can find all the people cleaning their houses, and they film themselves doing it, and I watch them, but I don't clean my house. So.
And I don't do either of those things.
Yeah. Cindy says, it's always a fun morning here on Coffee Talk. So, and Patty Unruh, she had a great chat with her on Sunday. Wayne is coming along, slowly getting better, and she's enjoying her job. And
with the catering team,
and she is still doing some custom pies and cheesecake for Christmas. And she appreciates you asking. And
absolutely.
We were glad for the update. Jerry says, wish there was just one. I'm not sure what that is. We're 150 behind now. So much social media is overwhelming. Well, I would say as a business owner, yes, because, I am a learner. I love just learning about new things, but I don't grasp it all. And so I feel like so then I say, Denise, can you help me do? And so
I just want to call you out here. Just so Shelly is showing us reels, and she goes, okay, you go here and you press on right up here. There'll be a list, and you hit reels. And Vicky's like, what? It's up here? Yes. And so she goes through. So videos. No, it says reels.
It doesn't.
Reels.
It was not on mine. So
she had a faulty list.
So ladies, I have had to jump because we were 160 comments behind. So now I'm working from the bottom up. Because we were off. I can't imagine we were off subject, but let's see.
I bet.
Denise cracks me up. Yes.
No,
and Joe,
goodness.
I think, hey, you talk to them for a second. I think there's a
Okay.
bag up here for her.
Oh, she's checking to see if there's a bag up there for you, Joe. Yes. Well, you guys I'm glad somebody likes to crack up at me, because I sometimes go home and look in my mirror and I'm not cracking up. Let's just be honest. But I always feel like when I'm here, coffee chat takes way longer. I bet she's a little better, a little more on target when I'm not here.
Well, let's see. Roxanne says, Vernita, I'm probably weird, but I love to clean and organize. And Roxanne had recommended a book to me, and I had dinner with some friends last night, and I recommended it to them, and she ordered it right there at the dinner table. So,
FYI, BJ and I finished book 3 of the Wing Feather
You
series. Did? Oh, and there's one more book, and we are not going anywhere for like right away. But I have it on my Audible already. Just love what Andrew Peterson. Andrew is the author, and he's a Christian man, a singer songwriter, and he got this idea to write books. And yeah, just there's some overarching themes in it that are fantasy, but he comes back to, I would say, Christian values in that it's not in your face overt, but it's just good values, and we're just enjoying it.
I ordered books 1 through 4 for Ruth for Christmas.
Yeah.
So I hope she loves it a lot. So the book that Roxanne sent me was From Clutter to Clarity by Nancy Twig. From Clutter to Clarity. There you go.
Oh, I have a tell. Look at that.
Oh.
Well, first of all, I'm beautiful, whatever. It's when you close your eyes when you are telling a story.
True.
I know it's
That's
going
true.
to be funny when you do that.
That's true. That is very true. G or PG rated book on the books.
It depends on
ages 8 and up.
Yeah, 8 and up. There is, there are people who pass away, who die in the book. And there is war going on, but it's not graphic. It's not what I would say bloody. There may be, obviously there are fantasy characters. There's some meanness in it. It's sort of, you're sort of rooting for the underdog. But I never feel like, at least I didn't feel like it was overtly PG. I didn't, okay. But it depends on how you feel about some of those themes of death and dying, and it's not like I say, sometimes it's the bad guys, but sometimes it's a dog, or there's just lots of characters in the book, and I'm sure you can get a lot of other better.
I think this is going to be a sit-down chat. Here, go ahead. Make yourself comfortable.
Oh, my goodness. I'm so sorry that I'm taking so long.
No.
So, yes, I would definitely, look up Andrew Peterson and see if, I know there are going to be other book reviews of it. And so I would definitely try that. Why are we? Oh my, we're having a whole sit down.
Well, it sounded like it's going to be a little more chatty.
Okay.
Let's see where we're going to go next.
Okay.
Yes, Chi-Chi, we would still love to have boxes. Love to have boxes. I bet they can't see us even. We'll go like that.
Should I go check?
You can go check. Alrighty, let's see. Let me scroll up just a minute. I think we got that taken care of. Apple phone versus my hubby's Samsung. Instructions are different. That makes me crazy. Cindy Parcell. Did Jack bring my keys?
He did.
Thank you. Cindy says, made cookies and candies this weekend with my daughter. Was fun.
Yeah.
Sounds like fun. I'm dreaming of doing things like that, but right now, not happening. It hasn't happened.
Well, I have ruined English toffee. I have boiled over evaporated milk with 4.5 cups of sugar in it. And I have made tri-layer candy. My mom got this recipe. There's almond bark, vanilla almond bark, and then there's a package of chocolate chips, real chocolate chips, and peanut butter chips.
Okay.
And you melt that all together.
With the almond bark?
Yep.
Okay.
It makes and you take half of that and you put it in your pan. Oh, it's got some peanut butter in it too.
Okay.
With the chips. Because let's be real.
You
gotta
need
have
more
a little
fat
bit
and
of
sugar.
both. Yeah. So you put half of that in, then you melt caramels with 1 teaspoon or tablespoon of water and 1 tablespoon of butter, and you put that then over the cooled base.
Okay.
Put that on. The rest of the mixture, the chocolate, almond bark, and all the other stuff, you put 1 can of Spanish peanuts in that, and it's real.
Where did you find
nutty.
your Spanish peanuts?
That I had to.
That is.
It's hard.
It's been a
but I
discussion
found
on
it.
here.
Oh, really? I ordered a can from Walmart, and then I had BJ find a can for me. No, I found a can here at Bueller Market. 1 can.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
I was in there, and they had. Was it Bueller Market? I was in there, but I don't now remember if that's where I think I did. It's one of those things.
Oh my goodness.
I saw it, I grabbed it, and now I have 2 cans. So.
And Cindy said we ordered our Spanish peanuts online. I was talking
Oh.
to someone else, and they had to order them online. Ooh, let's see who's making Sweebach. Jill.
Woo-hoo.
Hoping to make Sweebach for our Sunday school class brunch on Sunday. Ham and cheese breakfast sandwiches.
Yum, you need
That sounds delicious.
Yeah.
Cindy Woods, I have to make out more cards tonight. I've been so busy at work, I am worn out at night. So here's the deal. We're in Kansas City. We go into store after store after store, which is not, we just don't do
Right.
a lot of shopping.
Right.
In all those stores, never bought any Christmas cards. They're on my list.
Oh.
I just did not get it done.
That was me and the evaporated milk that I
Kathy
overdid.
both said. That's funny. It looks like Vicki is driving and Denise is riding in the backseat.
I am.
I'm driving Miss Daisy.
I am.
My sister. How
Can
do
we
you remember?
Can we stop at Bueller Market? I want to get some Spanish peanuts.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Where has Denise gone? Oh, are you off camera maybe? I don't know.
How do I remember the recipe in my head? I just made it. And let's be honest, it wasn't rocket science.
Let's see.
But
Joe says Connie Kimber, which is another friend, and I did baking all day Sunday. It was fun, productive, and exhausting. Love that. And I have several friends that do the whole baking with
Yeah.
the family. The extended family comes.
yeah,
And I think that would
Kelly
be.
Love did
Oh
that
yeah,
for you.
she does it
Does
really
it
well.
still?
And then I know Jill. They were having their sugar cookie baking with family this last weekend. It just sounded like just so much fun. I think it would be neat to like do it in the church kitchen. Somewhere where you have extra space, because in my
Somebody
kitchen it would
organized.
not work.
Well, I make such a mess. I am a messy cook, especially when I
I am
boil
too.
over things.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good on the church stove.
Oh no.
So
Wouldn't be good on any stove.
okay. Melanie says, I'm hoping to make treats with my granddaughter next week as long as I'm feeling better. I
Yeah,
seem to
hope
have a
so.
good old-fashioned head cold.
Oh, those are
That's annoying.
very.
Pat said, I am here, a little slow on the draw, but enjoying the chatter. You don't know this, but Pat and her husband both have COVID.
Oh no.
And their poor flooring saga continues because now they had to cancel the
Of
workers
course.
coming to their house.
Oh.
And so you'll remember the winter of 22.
Exactly.
But eventually you'll get your floor and you'll enjoy it. It'll be great. But we're glad you're here, Pat. So last night, this is our normal evening now.
Okay.
UPS is open from 5 to 6.
Right.
So Jack will
Race.
come. We load it up about 5:20, 5:30, and we race to UPS, get it all unloaded, and then we think we don't want to go home and cook anything. Where shall we go to eat?
Yes.
So last night we thought, Taco Hut. We like Taco Hut.
Yeah.
They're closed on Monday.
Bummer.
So we thought Cancun.
Yeah.
they're closed on Monday.
You know, Monday's a bad day.
Yeah, so then we thought, and we were meeting friends, so this is all happening by text. And so we think, oh, how about Skates, breakfast for dinner? Skates closed on Monday. So we went across the street to El Patrio.
Uh-huh.
I had not been there in a long
it's
time.
good.
It's so good.
I
I just had their tacos. I wasn't super hungry.
Yeah.
But just did their tacos. Everything was delicious.
Yeah.
So reasonable. I mean, my meal was like $10. It was delicious. Everyone enjoyed what they got. And if I were to go there again, our friend had gotten the pineapple fajitas.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness. It's served in the half of a grilled pineapple.
Ooh.
It looked absolutely so good.
Yeah, that sounds wonderful.
So if you're in Hutch, I would sure recommend El Patrio. They're right on Main Street.
I'm sorry.
And then we did a little Christmas light looking. And just had a nice evening. It was good. But I need to have some planned food because we need to go home and eat. We don't need to be eating out every night.
Oh, Elaine, death and dying is okay, but don't like sex and cussing in a book. No cussing whatsoever and no sex.
Okay.
So I will tell you that for sure. It is a clean book.
Joe, I need to look for some things for you for the homeless bags, but no, I think it was someone else I was thinking of. Had a bag up front because when I went up there, it was not you, Joe. So my apologies. I should look first and then talk. That would be a better plan.
Where's the fun in that?
So, Vicki, do you still want boxes? Yes, we would love boxes,
Yeah.
Chi-Chi. Okay, I think that we're still
now
behind
at
by
51.
51, but
Well, you
let's
went the
do
wrong
that.
way.
Okay, we'll try that restaurant next time I'm in Hutch.
Yeah.
Cindy, I think you will enjoy it. And the guy was, our waiter was very, very attentive, very good. So it was good.
Somebody go up just a little bit, a little more. What did I
Lana said used to love going to El Patrio when we lived in Hutch.
30th is closed
On Mondays too. You know, I just thought, I didn't realize so many restaurants were closed on Mondays. I guess we don't go to town on Mondays normally. We go to Bullseye and Yoder on Mondays.
I saw on TV this AM that when making lots of cookies, take cover off ironing board, clean it, and use for cooling rack. Oh, that is genius.
That is a good idea. Except I would just throw a towel over it and
Right,
not take
yeah.
I would not do all that work, Roxanne, but that's awesome. I think she's talking about taking the
right,
cookies
so
off
because
the sheets.
then it's got that.
Yeah. The perforations.
That.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. It's a very good idea.
It is.
Cheryl said my mother's always said I was a messy cook. I told her it would clean up, no problem.
And it does, and that's I go to bed feeling a little guilty because I have a husband who doesn't like leaving anything in the kitchen overnight, and so
I have no problem with that.
I know, and I didn't, but then my husband, and I feel like I've gotten so used to that's the way he does it that I go make the mess and he goes and cleans it up, and I feel like, so I asked him last night, I'm like, are you upset, or does that bother you? And he's like, no, not at all.
Not at all.
I just like, it's what I do.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, well.
Well, I think we should give some money away. I think
We
we've talked
should.
plenty long enough.
Well, you brought chairs.
I know. I thought it was a sit-down kind of day.
Okay, well, let me just get up now since you're sitting there.
No,
So-
I got it. But we're glad that they all came, and maybe we'll do chairs another day. It's
I'm
not
happy
too
to do
driving Miss
chairs.
Daisy looking.
Well, even if it is, I don't mind. We're here. We're just putting our chairs away.
Okay, well, let's give away some money.
Money.
All righty. I'll adjust my camera a little bit, maybe. Whoops. Ooh, uh-oh.
How about if I adjust your camera a little bit? Whoops, that's my finger over the...
Oh, I think you have to do the whole...
Oh, well, that's magical.
There we go.
There you are.
Okay, lots and lots of people making a comment. But here we go. I'm going to roll up. Hopefully we can choose somebody. Let's see. We miss Elaine Jackson.
Woo-hoo!
So Elaine is going to get a spin.
Okie dokie, here it goes.
Woo!
Yay! Big money, big money, big money.
Oh, $12.
That's 12 we didn't have before.
That's right. That's right. Well, ladies, we look forward to seeing you back here at 1 o'clock today. I hope you all get lots done here this morning, whether you are sitting at home, relaxing, recovering from an illness or an injury. Maybe you are going to be very industrious and make fudge or cookies or something good like that. Maybe you're cleaning this morning. Just hopefully they get a lot done this morning and can come back and have fun with us at 1 o'clock. So we will see you then. Have a great morning. Thanks for hanging out with us this morning. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.